you changed today would have helped you been more successful? What would it have been today?
Just off the cuff tactics. I mean, ultimately, I'm not even talking about second match because that one doesn't mean a whole lot as far as what we're after here. But in the bow and arrow match, you're up. In my head is thinking, there's 40 to go. You know, smart. You know, stay smart with your hands and your feet. And my gut saying, go get another takedown, score again, stay on his head, and opened me up. He got underneath my arms. The rest is history. So tactics from a smart, stingy way, and I've got enough experience to know that sometimes you swallow that pride or you swallow that want to really stick the dagger in a guy for a win. But kudos to him for wrestling a better tactical match, scoring where it mattered.
Can you describe your emotions?
Deflated for sure. The toughest thing probably for me is letting down, you know, our crowd, family, supporters, really the country, because I do believe I'm the best guy. Not today, but I do believe I am, and we'll see what shakes out with the finals here. Obviously, a lot of things went haywire in that weight class, and it just goes to show anything can happen, and that's why you gotta win match number 1, match number 2, and put yourself in position for contention, because you don't know what's gonna happen on the other side of the bracket. You don't know what young guys are gonna finally, you know, peak, I guess is the right word, or show up. And so it's frustrating for me, but today I was not the best guy.
Your future, Brent?
We'll see. I mean, I think ideally you have the things you want, you can feel good about it, but certainly there's still a lot of fight in me. My body's strong. I tell people I feel like a 24-year-old, I really do. There's no injuries or banged up. So I got to figure out why the guy who wrestled today wasn't really the guy who I am. If I could change that, get back to smart, strong, stingy, you score, they shoot, you score, I shoot, I score, Gable philosophy. Just tighten it up, go win. Then I can certainly have what I want. Or maybe it's just not in the cards. And that's something I'll have to come to face with.
Do you feel any different coming into this one? It's an Olympic year, it's in Carver. You've been on world teams but not the Olympics. So was there pressure or anything added that felt different emotionally coming into it?
No, I felt very free. I felt very good. I'm at great peace with myself and my God and my family and where I'm at. So I don't think there was more tension. I think if anything, and I continue to remind myself about this, and I did, and that's where you got to evaluate, is that this is for the Olympic spot. So showing up and wrestling is not enough. And I think I said that before, and I'll just continue to say it for any advice for anyone who's ever in my situation. Going through it twice now, showing up is not enough. And I don't feel like I showed up today. I felt motivated, I felt good, and you gotta score points. Gotta score points. And again, I'm just talking about match number 1.
I'm sure you appreciated this before today, but just how difficult is this, if it's an all or nothing event to get to this stage? Just, how tough is that to deal with and to wrestle with, where you get what you want or you get nothing?
Well, that's the sport of wrestling. It's all or nothing. And the highest caliber guys, or maybe the looniest guys that you'll talk to in the sport of wrestling, are really about winning and all else doesn't matter. So I'd say growing up in the sport, I was raised that way. Does it make it tougher? How does that affect today? Not a whole lot. Outside of, if this was the Olympic Games and you lose, then maybe you've got a chance to come back for a medal sort of thing, whereas now you're out of contention. So I don't know if there's any added. I think it's just part of the sport of wrestling.